AFK game will become the best game for mobile if you would like to play the game in casual condition and do a multiple job at the same time. As the game name is AFK or idle, it will give the players a huge freedom to the players. It will boost your daily activity and not really need to focus on the game screen anytime. These all are the main reason why I love to play it. Our team tries to give the best AFK game and also game AFK idle that is just a new release, so my subscribers will get an update then. Remember to like this video and give it 200 likes, thanks. Top 10 Best AFK Idle RPG Games Android and iOS. Good to play while doing another activity. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Nanospace Bubbly Idle RPG. Nanospace Bubbly Idle RPG. This is one of the best new AFK game that I would like to recommend for everyone. The game is just a new release and it's get a high score which is 4.8 stars. Of course, this comes with so many reasons behind of it. The main reason is the hero can hold 3 different weapons at the same time. We can switch it up anytime. Even when we tap the idle button, then the hero will automatically adjust the weapon randomly. There is a huge sword, command gun and power gun that is available to select. The one features that I really love is there is a reset status point, because usually the more time we play, we will get more experience and sometimes we will get regretted. So the reset features will help us a lot to recreate the best build for our team. Gacha is part of it. We will get an advantage by rule, which is the more we often do a gacha, the bigger weapon summon level will become, and it will grant our weapon tier level bigger than. We cannot change the hero at all, and also the point of view is a top-down perspective. Nanospace Bubbly Idle RPG is the best AFK game for Android and iOS. So Heroes Idle. Pixel Heroes Idle. I'm always waiting for the new AFK game RPG that has a pixel art style, and right now this game is my favorite one. The ambience is really colorful. Just look at the background scenery, is absolutely stunning. Even the long view distance we can clearly see. The gameplay is a side-scrolling perspective. We cannot change it anyway, but it's a great way to see the area wider. The combat mechanism will unlock the auto button automatically after we clear a certain mission. From the beginning we already have 3 main heroes which they all are permanently. 2 front lanes, which the warriors as the tanker, berserker as the fighter, and 1 archer as the long range. I highly recommend you to strengthen up the tanker first, because all of the enemies will be coming up from the front lanes. Increasing the artifact and also rune will significantly boost your power then. Pixel Heroes Idle is the best pixel art AFK idle RPG for Android. Demon Hunter Idle. If you are asking me which games developer is consistently making the best idle RPG AFK games on mobile, then I would straight answer into Mobirix. Seriously, he never out of idea, always coming out with the best idle game, and almost all of their games is really addictive to play with a great graphic and a lot of mechanism features. This game did the first beta testing and I totally enjoy playing it. The gameplay is full of features that can be selected along the combat. Before starting the combat, make sure you get the add buff to increase your stage gold coin to multiply your income to upgrade your level by using gold coins. The weapon attack boost buff will raise your power and deal a higher damage than the normal one. If you want to survive, then get the hold point buff to maximize your durability while combat, because the enemy's number is way too much. In fact, as a player, we don't have any allies on our side, so we need to focus on building up the main hero's strength. Demon Hunter Idle is the best new AFK game RPG idle for Android and iOS. Ghost Hunter Idle. Ghost Hunter Idle. The game has a great pixel art with a simple gameplay. Every single features can be done by tapping the auto equip, which it will help us a lot in the futures. Actually, I feel like the game seems to be not good for free-to-play players, because we should summon so many things like the weapon summons, ornament summons, and even the skill should be acquired through summon. It's really insane how they try to milk the player from the early gameplay. The combat mechanism of Ghost Hunter Idle is we will be able to unleash a power strike into the enemy and it will grant the area of effect skill, but we need to collect 20 basic attacks that land successfully into the enemy to fill up the gauge meter. When this thing is full, then the power strike will unleash automatically. There is a basic dash button available to tap, but better we let the game play by itself, because the dash button is not quite useful then. Crystal Knights. Crystal Knights 32 player rate. This game will dominate as the best idle RPG games for mobile, especially in AFK game base. Look at how they try to create a new game's innovation to become a multiplayer idle game. So while we are in the lobby, we can clearly see how the other players is playing the game. Even we can obtain a new mount to ride on and explore the area much faster. Try to play with a massive players in raid mode and fight against the strongest monster. The gameplay of this game is really unique. Actually, we can control the hero within 360 degrees even though this game is fully idle, so we can manage and reposition the hero into a specific area to focus on which monster we should take as the priority to kill first. But mostly our heroes will come together as always, so it will reduce the death percentage because we fight side by side in a closer range. Try to push your power and eliminate as much as the monster in stage 2, become the world player tier and get a huge amount of rewards after. Crystal Knights 32 player rate is the best new game AFK idle RPG games for Android and iOS. Queen's Knight/Idle. Queen's Knight/Idle. This is one of the most amazing AFK game for mobile. With a 3D characters model, it directly becomes an interesting point to us. In fact, the skill showcase is absolutely amazing. I don't get any complaints about anything because it totally reminds me of playing an action hack and slash in idle mode. The arena background is really bright with a nice color. It makes the player feel so alive and become a mood booster. The gameplay of Queen's Knight/Idle is we can upgrade the hero and learn a new skill. The skill shortcut has so many options for us to select, so I'm sure the skill will respawn continuously because the cooldown time is really short. No matter how many the enemies are, it will help us a lot to wipe the enemy in a few skill strike. We are able to invite parties when doing the raid boss and try to use the world chat message to get a random players. This is the best idle anime game RPG for Android and iOS. Devil Knights Idle. Devil Knights Idle. If you love to play an action game with a flashy skills color, then this game would be your best option. The game is full of idle game, but I love the heroes can do so many movement action while doing a combat. The game has so many stage arena that we can move, but we need to clear 20 stages in total before moving into the next level. Every stage has time remaining, so we need to fight against the whole monster and also with the estimate time. As a newbie, I'm sure you will be surprised at how many free diamonds that developer is giving to us. As a free player, this game is really good AFK game. Just by free diamond, we can summon a lot of gacha and get a high end tier level of weapon. Always try to raise your status up by using the game gold that will be obtained every time we successfully kill the enemy. Honestly, the number of the enemies is way too massive. They all will come approaching us together even if your character is not visible on the screen. This is the best game of idle RPG AFK for mobile. Otherworld Mercenaries Corps. Otherworld Mercenary Corps. This is one of the best new game idle for mobile. Look at how amazing the graphic of pixel visual are. We will start with picking one main hero of male or female, but both of them are available to obtain through gacha. The first 10 gacha, I got one legendary hero. It's really impressive how the developer are giving a guaranteed legendary tier for newbies. This is the best example for any games developer who wants to interact with the newbies to keep playing the game. The gameplay of Otherworld Mercenaries Corps is the ultimate skill is taking time so long, it's around 60 seconds to 90 seconds. So even if you play the game in auto, you are only able to cast the ultimate skill manually. The rest you must tap the skill automatically, especially the basic skill one. In the game we can add more heroes on our side, each up to 5 heroes in totals. They all will attack the enemy in idle mode and unleash whatever skill is ready. This is one of my favorite AFK games that I will keep playing. In fact, it's still refreshing because the game is just a new release of idle RPG for mobile. Mega Knight. Mega Knights. This new idle RPG game is a very small size, it's only 158 MB, and you cannot ask for more in gameplay, it's pretty repetitive at all. The hero only does one slash movement, which make the game quite clunky, even if the enemy does the same as our hero. We can summon so many things to get some new content of enhancement dungeons, awakening dungeons, weapon dungeons, and costume dungeons, but these dungeons will be unlocked after we clear a mission and reach a higher level. Honestly, the developer needs to be more active to create an idle game, but it's pretty makes sense when the game size is way too small for a mobile game. Legendary Master Idol. Legendary Master Idol, probably one of the best idle RPG games that was made by Mobirix until now. The game's graphic visual is really satisfying, especially when we unleash the skill. The visual effect will blend with the screen vibrations. It will affect a realistic gameplay. The game clearly has a Chinese-based ornament and appearance, and also the vibes around us. If I play an idle game, I really like the game that has a lot of skill options that are available to cast. It's more than 5 skills in total, so we don't have to worry about the cooldown because each of the skills will unleash automatically by turn. If you realize not many idle games have so many players wanting to play, but for Legendary Master Idol has downloaded over 500,000 players. This achievement is really stunning, probably one of the most downloaded idle games for mobile, but everything makes sense when we see the whole reason. 100% you must play these idle RPG games right now. In fact, it does not pay to win an idle RPG on mobile. Idle Berserker Legend. Bonus Idle Berserker Legend of RPG. As a bonus, I guarantee this game will become the best idle game that is really worth playing. The game has a dark fantasy vibes. Every background has a black, white, and red color base, which will represent a darker atmosphere. The combat mechanism is really great. I love how the main hero wields his huge sword and slash the whole enemy within the range with his skill. The ultimate skill will boost our status points significantly, like the power, attack speed, critical rate, critical damage. Overall, the music is perfectly blended with the whole gameplay, but honestly, the enemy's level difficulty is quite hardcore and challenging. Okay guys, these all are the best new idle AFK games that everyone should enjoy. I would be happy if you could help me by tapping the like button and help us reach 200 likes. See you on the next video, thanks.